What is up, boys? Today we are back, and we're back at the helm of Arkansas football. We are here in year 5, and if you did not see the last episode, we went 7-5 with a loss in the bowl game, so we ended up 7-6. However, we do also get the 20th best recruiting class in the country. We need to be better. That is my goal for this episode. Not only that, we have a very tough schedule. Our team is going to be a little bit better and worse at the same time. It's kind of weird. I'll show you what I mean when we look at the depth chart. But year 5 needs to be a good one. We need to win 7 or 8, I think, again. But this schedule is going to be very tough for us to do that. And we have a new quarterback. KJ Jefferson went to the draft last year, so we have a new quarterback at the helm. But our skill positions look really, really good. Before we get into the video, however, if you guys are new to the channel, if you're enjoying the content, make sure to like and subscribe. It helps grow my channel, gets my videos out there on YouTube. Also, don't forget to turn notifications on so you never miss when I upload. And then comment down below what you think of the top 100 player ratings that came out this morning. I want to know who got snubbed or maybe who's overrated. I want to know that in the comments below. Let's get into the video. Hope you guys enjoy. So like I said a minute ago, I think that recruiting needs to be the focus of this year. We're having a lot of people graduate in the next couple of years, so we need to reload. I think we need to go after outside linebackers, offensive linemen, and then secondary players. I feel like wide receiver and running back are fine right now, and I also think that defensive tackle, we have a lot of freshmen that are actually there. I think we have 5 or 6. But other than that, we are going to take recruiting very seriously. I also kind of want to focus on getting a good kicker because we will need one at the end of this year, as well as athletes. I think the more athletes we can get that are high quality, like 4 or 5 stars, I think the better off we'll be. So as you can see, this team is better than last year's team. We got a lot of 90 overalls that I think are going to be very good. Even our kicker, who is graduating this year, is going to be good. But these are a lot of seniors, as you can see. A lot of seniors that have been here. The only ones are these 2 centers that are both juniors. I'm going to have to move one of them, I think. But a lot of these guys are seniors. But the first thing I want to say is we do have a new quarterback, a junior quarterback. We actually have a better quarterback. I think is going to be better than Doug Roberts maybe next year. We'll have to change our offensive scheme because he's not much as a runner. And then we got a freshman right behind him too who is a scrambler, who is very, very fast. So maybe he'll upgrade as well. Now, if you go through, like I said, we have a lot of running backs, and a couple of them are very young. Xavier Moore was a 5-star, I think we got last year, or 4-star running back that we got last year. I'm very excited about. Our wide receivers at the top are a bunch of seniors, but we do have some juniors. And we got some guys that are going to hopefully get better when we get to training. But the thing I want to get to is the offensive line. We need a lot of offensive linemen. I think we are very low on that part. And then left end and right end we need more of because defensive tackle we have so many of, and they're all young. Sophomore, freshman, and freshmen are our top 4. Linebackers we need, I said that last year, they just all seem to be right outside linebackers. So we're going to look for specifically left outside linebackers, and we're going to make them left outside linebackers. And then cornerbacks look pretty good. 1 senior, and we got some juniors all the way down. So we're going to look for more cornerbacks this year. Free safety is actually okay. A sophomore and a freshman who I think will be okay in the long run. And we actually have a freshman starting at strong safety. So that is what the roster looks like. We've done our red shirt, and our schedule is going to look like this. So yeah, this one's going to be pretty tough. We're going back to a classic to kick off the season. This one is the Cowboys Classic. We're playing Ohio State there before coming back home against Bowling Green. Then we have a little bit of a start of an SEC, so we go to the Swamp. We go to Texas State before coming back home against A&M. The bye, 2 really tough games against South Carolina and Alabama. Another bye before finishing against Auburn, Ole Miss, UMass State, and LSU. An A+ strength of schedule. It's going to be very hard. 8 wins is going to be tough. I think we can have a couple upsets, but if we can beat Ohio State to start the year, I think we can win all 4 out-of-conference games, and just winning 4 conference games would be better than last year. Other than that, that's what we got. I kind of wanted to go over a couple things before we actually started the season. We're going to step to the start of the season. We have a very tough schedule. It feels like a lot tougher than a couple of the past years we had. There's a lot of SEC teams ranked, so I feel like it's just getting harder and harder as we go on. All right, boys, so checking out the conference outlook. Yeah, not too good in the SEC West. I got us finishing 6th in the SEC West. If we look at the SEC as a whole, yep, not even on the front page. We are right now finishing 11th, so that is not what we want to see. We also have a couple of all SEC players on the second team. We have Amante Spivey, who's going to be our starting running back, so that's very cool. And we also have our returner, Jalen Catalon, who's also a safety as well. So those are the two guys we have as all SEC players here in the preseason. Our first game is going to be against Ohio State, and if we look at the ratings, we actually look pretty good on overall as A-. Offense isn't quite there, but our defense is an A- again. They have an A+ offense. I don't know really what to expect. I'm hoping our offense can be pretty good. Our quarterback is going to be where we kind of struggle, I feel like. But recruiting is done, and we are ready to play Ohio State in the Cowboys Kickoff Classic, and Week 1 will be underway. Can we get a dub, boys? Can we start off 1-0 this year? We do, and it is a big one. 42-17 over the Buckeyes. We'll definitely be taking a look at the box score and see how our quarterback and running back are doing. But a huge win that's not even close. The SEC just owns the Big Ten, man. What can I say? Arkansas, we start 1-0. That's a very good start. How are people committing to Texas A&M in the first week? How is this happening? This is stupid. All right, starting it up. Okay, so we actually have a huge second half. That was all the second half. We scored 28 of our 42 in the second half. So, total yards, we have 489 to their 369. We had 201 yards on the ground. The quarterback, 17 of 30 with 3 touchdowns, 288 yards, did not turn the ball over. 8 of 13 to their 5 of 13. Yeah, Roberts, 13 of 22 by himself, 188 and 3 tutties. I will say that Clifton Jackson came in and went 4 of 8 with 100 yards, so that's pretty good. For rushing, looks like Jackson and Spivey kind of split, which is good. I always like to do that. Clifton Jackson also, pocket passing quarterback with a rushing touchdown, so that's pretty cool too. So pretty good start to the year, I would say. So it seems like the last few years, Texas A&M is getting ahead of the curve and getting a recruit the first week, which sucks. Usually nothing happens in recruiting the first couple of weeks. So we used our points, and now we play Bowling Green. We're back at home before having to go to Florida and then at Texas State. So we will play Bowling Green. Now let's see if we can get another big dub. Hopefully the offense looks really good. It's close. Not what I want to see. It seems like the Sims always like to keep the group of 5 conferences very close to the Power 5 conferences. But we do get a 5-point dub. So yeah, Bowling Green actually got up 6-0. They were up, what is that, 23-7? And they only scored 3 points in the second half. We do get a win, though. We outgained them, 379-341. 215 on the ground. Yeah, I mean, their quarterback was not good. Third down conversions for them, just about the same as us, and we do turn the ball over. So it looks like Clifton Jackson is getting a more of the playing time because Roberts went 1 of 1 for 13. Clifton Jackson 10 of 17 with 151 and 2 tutties. Rushing the ball, we were good. Clifton Jackson had 15 attempts, is insane. But Spivey and Jackson also were really good. Had 191 yards combined and 2 touchdowns. So good job for them. All right, boys. So recruiting is done. We will be playing at the Swamp. Florida is going to be very terrifying to play against. But our offense looks pretty good so far through the first 2 weeks. Their defense looks pretty good through 1 game as well. Hopefully we just score a lot of points. That is the goal here. So I looked at the schedule. Florida barely beat FAU by 7, so that tells you how the sim is going. All right, boys, we are playing at the Swamp before going back to Texas State. Let's see if we can walk into the Swamp and get an upset, and we do. The Razorbacks put up 44. We beat them 44-38 in a close game. The offense looking really, really good through the first 3 weeks, scoring 42, 31, and 44, so we're putting up a lot of points. The defense could look better after the first week. So, hey, man, 3-0, very good start to the year. So we go to Florida. Looks like we were tied at 21, and we don't come out of the half swinging, but we come into the fourth quarter swinging, and it looks like we just did it in overtime. Great job by the Razorbacks. We have 467 yards of offense, 291 on the ground. Looks like Doug Roberts or Clifton Jackson, whoever played, looked okay. 2 touchdowns, though, through the air. And third down conversions were the exact same. So Doug Roberts did start this full game, and he went 18 of 29, 176 yards, 2 tutties. As for rushing, Doug, 83 yards on the ground. Spivey with 109. Did not have a touchdown, though. Had 2 touchdowns rushing. Forte with 1. Jackson with 1. But it looks like Roberts and Spivey were the 2 guys that got the most carries. All right, again, as for recruiting, nothing to really state. We are playing at Texas State. 235 yards on the ground per game is pretty freaking good. So hopefully we can keep that going against Texas State, excuse me. So we'll be playing at Texas State, and then we have Texas A&M at home before our first bye. Let's see if we can just go into Texas State, get a win, and we do. Score 41 more, and we look pretty good on offense. The defense is still questionable at times so far, but we're 4-0 walking into a game against our rival A&M. Hey, we get a couple upgrades as well. Any recruits? No, but we have a lot of people visiting this week, so that is kind of scary. So we actually had a player of the week, and we had a cornerback, Trey Price, who is the National Player of the Week, which is pretty freaking cool. I don't think we've had that yet. 2 interceptions, a sack, 2 TFLs as well. So pretty good week for our boy. So as for the Texas State game, we actually were losing going into halftime, and then we outscored them 31-7 in the second half. So are we a second half team? That's what it looks like. We actually get outgained by a lot, by almost 100 yards. But we have 230 on the ground. Doug Roberts doesn't pass a lot, which who cares? But we get a win anyways. Yeah, Doug Roberts, 6 of 14, 123 yards and 2 tutties. So he didn't really throw. But he did have 17 carries for 118 yards and 3 touchdowns. So he's carrying the ball a lot, which we like that if he's going to be running. All right, boys, so I know it's only the 5th game of the year, but this is actually a huge game because of the amount of recruits that we have. We have 13 recruits visiting against Texas A&M, and it looks like it could be a toss-up. Kirk's going with A&M. They have a better defense, it looks like, and they're just better overall. I will say they do have a loss against Ole Miss, but they did beat LSU. They beat Texas State. They beat New Mexico. Now they have to go to Razorback Stadium and see if they can get a win. But we are at home. We need to do it for the recruits, man. This is a big week before going into a bye. So we need a big win here against A&M. Can the boys do it? A 3-point loss against the Aggies. It's a close one, but we just miss out on getting a win, unfortunately. Hopefully, though, we do enough on offense for people to commit. Yeah, unfortunately, we don't do enough to get anybody to commit, it doesn't look like, so that's very tough. Yeah, this box score looks crazy. So they score, yeah, man, we just miss out on that one. That is very, very tough. We did not play well on offense at all, so that's probably why nobody committed. 288 total yards of offense, and they were a lot better than us, so that is definitely not great. Doug Roberts was fine. I mean, you know, he's got to be better completing passes, but rushing, very, very tough. So this is a bye week before having a very tough 2-game stretch before another bye week. We got to play South Carolina at home, who's number 8, and at number 1, Bama. So we'll just do this bye, see if we can get some recruiting stuff, and then we'll go from there. All right, boys, so South Carolina is coming to town, and we are, overall, we're about the same. However, they are better in everything, rank-wise. Our defense doesn't look too good, does it? Offense looks okay, though. Offense looks okay. Their one loss was at Georgia, so they lost to a good team. So, come on, man. I think this one's big. I think this one is big. I think we only have one guy visiting this week. I don't really remember. But if we can win one of these 2, it's going to be very nice. It's going to be very nice. Come on, boys. Come on, boys. Come on, boys. Big win. 34-28 over the number 9th ranked team in the country. Or 8th ranked. I can't remember already. But a big win. That is huge. We definitely needed that. And that'll get us to 5-1, dude. All right, boys. So the big win against South Carolina. We are now the 14th ranked team in the country. Looks like we were up 21-7. And we didn't play well in the second half, but we did get up enough. We have 452 total yards of offense. Doug Roberts was good. Only threw 1 pick, 1 touchdown as well. The 10 of 15 on third down is very good as well. Doug Roberts again. Oh, he did throw 2 picks. Okay, but that's okay. doesn't matter. Rushing, Spivey, Roberts, Forte was good. 15 carries, 116 yards, and a touchdown. Spivey had 2 touchdowns, so very good job by the offense there to get up early so that our defense can kind of have room to work with. So we need to start getting some recruits, but in the meantime, we have to go to Bryant-Denny in Tuscaloosa to play Alabama. And, yeah, they're better in everything except rush offense and turnover differential. So we have a couple of things that we are better than them at, but they are 5-0. They have not lost yet. Remember, 2 years ago, we went into Bryant-Denny and did get a win when we were playing well like this. So maybe we do get a bye next week. And then the back half of the schedule, there's no ranked teams at the moment. So hopefully, even if we lose this game, we'll be 5-2. But there is a serious chance. You never know in the SEC, so I don't even want to say the next thing I'm going to say. So, all right, to Bama. Will it be close? Last year it was not. This year, we take down the #1 team in the country again. 34-20 for the Razorbacks. That's our 6th win, 6-1. Come on, dude. Wow. The boys, the offense, and the defense both show up at the same time. What a game. Holy cow. So that is our second top 5 win of the year, dude. Go to the box score. Looks like Bama got up early. Yeah, they were up 17-6 at halftime. We scored 21 in the 4th unanswered. And wow. 428 of total offense. We only have 144 yards on the ground, but Doug Roberts shows up with 284 passing yards and 4 tutties. They're only 1 of 9 on 3rd down. Wow, what a game from Doug Roberts. 22 of 35, 284 yards, and 4 touchdowns. We only have, so Roberts 63 yards on the ground, Spivey 62. What a game, boys. I don't know how we're winning these games, but we got Auburn this week. They are better than us on paper except for points per game, pass offense, and rush defense. So, and we're better on the turnover differential. That's just bugged. Kirk is picking us. We can't take any SEC opponent lightly. So, we got this one then at Ole Miss. Come on, boys. Get a win at home. And we do. Big wins. Win by 16, 2 possessions, and we scored 33 again. Defense steps up. And this year, we own the state of Alabama. How about that? And finally, we get a commit. We get P.J. Jones, a left outside linebacker. Thank God, considering all the right outside linebackers we have. But I believe he was a 4-star linebacker. He is. And that is our first commit of the year. So our first commit is the number 3 overall outside linebacker, and he's playing up to a 79, 85 speed, and 99 excel for a linebacker is just insane. So it looks like we got up pretty early. We were up 20-10 at halftime. We smoked them on total yards. Looks like Doug Roberts was serviceable, nothing too crazy, but we had 260 yards on the ground. Good job by Roberts. Jackson had 115 yards and 1 touchdown. Spivey had 83 and 2 touchdowns. So the offense getting it done for sure. So we play Ole Miss this week, and they beat us last year, so we're trying to get our revenge. We're better on paper in a lot of aspects. Our defense is a lot better. I would love to win this game. We win this game, we're at 8-1. Right now, we're number 6 in the country, so this is a big one. But we have to go to the Vaught. Let's see if we can get a win before welcoming UMass, and we do. We score 48 points. We win 48-38. We give up a lot of points, which is not what I wanted to do, but we win by 10, and we go on the road in the SEC and get another win. 1 loss to A&M is the only blemish on our schedule right now. All right, so we are now number 4 in the country. As we check the Ole Miss box score, we got up pretty early. We scored 20 in the first quarter, and we just kept scoring, and that gave us the edge there. We have 479 yards of offense. Doug Roberts was good through the air. We were good on the ground. It was just a good offensive showing as a whole. Doug Roberts did throw 3 interceptions, but 247 yards and 2 touchdowns through the air. As for rushing, with the amount of, I guess everybody just kind of did their own thing because we have 4 rushing touchdowns. Roberts with 1, Spivey with 1, and then Jackson with 2. All right, boys, we should have an easy one against UMass, hopefully. We are better in everything. They are 126 in points per game, and they have somehow won 2 games. So we got this one, we got Mississippi State, and then we got LSU. Come on. Let's get a win against UMass, and please blow them out. Score 70. That would be sick. and we don't do anything on offense, but they don't score. We win 21-3. That's got to be one of the ugliest games I've ever sent on here. I can only imagine what that looked like. So we are now the number 5 team. The UMass, but we actually got down 3-0, and then we just, I guess, set on cruise control. I don't really know. We have 441 yards of offense. How did we only score 21 points? 292 on the ground, 149 through the air. Just everybody got in and everybody rushed. That was a weird game. 21-3 is very weird. Okay, so we have a home game against Mississippi State. We have 11 prospects visiting. They are better on offense. We are better on defense. If you look against ratings, we've been better. Their pass defense is very, very bad. So hopefully we can take advantage of that. Let's see if we can get a big win at home. We need to do it, and we need to get some recruits as well. So Mississippi State, then we got at LSU. After this game, we'll check the conference standings and see how we're looking. If we win, we need a big one here. And we score 41 points. 41-20 is the final. We get a big win there to move to 10-1 before having to go on the road to Death Valley. I think we go on the road to Death Valley. Hopefully some recruits liked what we were doing this weekend. The Mississippi State box score, we were up 24-6 going into halftime. After that, we just did our thing. 492 yards of offense, 270 on the ground, 222 through the air, 3 touchdowns through the air for Doug Roberts. We were great on third down as well. Doug Roberts 17-25, 217 and 3 tutties. For rushing yards, Jackson had 138, but the touchdowns go to Spivey and Roberts. For the conference standings, we are number 1 in the SEC West, and we have the tiebreaker against Ole Miss, so we will be playing in the SEC Championship this year. Texas A&M fell off. They're 3-4 in conference, and that loss sucks. So it was a close game, though. All right, boys, one more game. We're playing at LSU, Death Valley, and they are better in the ratings, but we are better in everything except pass offense. We have been very good this year. We need a big one against LSU. Rivalry game, though. You never know how this is going to go. One more game, and then we have the conference championship. All right, at LSU. Can the Razorbacks get a big one? Can they get a big one? No, they lose. We lose by 5 going to Death Valley. The rivalry games are always so hard. Oh, man, that sucks. I feel like we were better. Unfortunately, we do not get a win. LSU will take us down. We probably will not be getting a national championship bid this year, but we will be going to the SEC championship, and hopefully we can make a New Year's Six Bowl. In the loss, we do get a couple of commits. I believe that is a 4-star right outside linebacker, which we have plenty of those. Maybe he can move to left or middle. And we do get a 3-star cornerback as well, where we will be getting our rematch against Tennessee. And Tennessee is actually not as good as they were the year we played them. They are 8-4, 6-2 in conference. We are 10-2 and 6-2 in conference. So another big outside linebacker recruit, the number 15 outside linebacker in the country. He is a 4-star playing up to a 77, and this guy is fast as well. He will be a great addition. And then we get Caleb Ball, who's a 67 overall. Number 67 also coverage cornerback, and he is a 3-star. So two pretty good commits that we got right there. All right, boys, we will take this bye week. We moved down to number 12 after that loss. Very unfortunate. And then we will play Tennessee in the conference championship. If you remember 2 years ago, they beat us by 8. So we need to be looking for our revenge in this game. And boys, it is a big commit today. We get the number 1 outside linebacker in the country to commit, another 4-star. It is a very, very big commit. We love that. So our third outside linebacker of the class, we got the number 1, the number 3, and the number 15 outside linebackers. Adam Henry, though, is the cream of the crop. 91 excel with 85 speed, and man coverage and zone coverage, 82 and 86. So he's a coverage outside linebacker. I think he's a right outside linebacker. He's going to be an 81. If he's not starting year 1, he will be starting year 2. And if we can move him to middle or left outside linebacker, he's going to be really good. All right, boys, it is conference championship week. We are playing Tennessee. We're trying to get our revenge. They are an A+ in everything. We are both 6-2 in conference. We are better in points per game. We are better in defense overall. They have a better total offense by half a yard, and a better pass offense. So if we can run it down their throat, man, that would be sick. We have one game against Tennessee, and then they have us making the Sugar Bowl at the moment. So we are playing Tennessee for the SEC championship. Can we get a... And your Arkansas Razorbacks, bro, in year 5 are winning the SEC championship. We win 41-38 in a big one, and there you go, boys. We did it. Year 5, we have won the SEC championship. We get our revenge against Tennessee. Huge, baby. All right, and the Heisman rolls around. The running back from Arizona State, Demetrius Flowers, will win the Heisman this year. We're starting to get to the point where I don't know anybody because they're all generated players. But Demetrius Flowers, your Heisman winner for this year. And we will be playing number 6 Penn State in the All-State Sugar Bowl. We finished 11-2, 7-2 in conference, and we are your SEC champions. So we win the SEC championship, our first for Ryan Mallett, and a great turnaround after going 7-5 last year. We have, it seems like, a better quarterback, even though on paper it didn't look like it. It is a very good year, and even no matter what happens in this game, we win the SEC championship. Penn State is very good. But I will say that we have the number 18th scoring offense in the country and the 16th best rushing offense, as well as 25th in total defense and number 10 in rush defense. We also were +7 in turnover differential, so a very, very good year. Penn State is better on paper, but so is Tennessee technically. So we will be playing Penn State in the All-State Sugar Bowl, and we will sim to the end of the season to see if we get a dub in the All-State Sugar Bowl. But it doesn't matter. We have a great year. We win the SEC, and I'm very proud of this team. And we get a win in the Sugar Bowl. So not only do we win the SEC, we have wins against Big Ten teams, Penn State and Ohio State. We win 42-24 in the Sugar Bowl. What a year for the Razorbacks. We're going to finish 12-2 with a lot of seniors leaving, but a lot of people will be staying. So for the players leaving, we do have a right outside linebacker that is transferring. We don't really care about that because we just got a really good one. But look at the seniors, man. A lot of seniors on this team that will be graduating. Honestly, I thought it'd be more than that, but look at all the projected picks, man. We have a first rounder, we have 2 second rounders, a third and fourth rounder as well. So hopefully they get drafted. It would look good for us, and I think it helps with our XP. So we do have 5 guys drafted. Malik Chavis, he goes first round. Colin Clay, he will go second round, as well as Eric Gregory, are 2 ends on the defensive line. Both get drafted in the second round. That was probably wildly helpful. Shamar Nash, who set the record for receptions in the season, he's going third round. And then Jalen Catalon will be a 4th round pick at free safety. So a very good class for us. So we also have 2 transfer requests. We're not going to take the center because I feel like we don't need him. But MJ Avery will be a 79 overall halfback. And I think we could use him as a freshman. We will definitely take that guy. All right, boys. So we get a couple of commits. We did lose the kicker that I really wanted to Air Force. But Jordan Rice, Brad Bryant will be good on the ends. We got 2 wide receivers as well. I believe 2 of them are 4-stars. We also get a cornerback as well. Not the greatest in terms of quantity, but we get a 5-star, 3 4-stars, and a bunch of 3-stars as well. I would say that quality-wise, this is the best class we've had. We actually finished with the 14th best class in the country. So I just want y'all to know, going into signing day, we were 80 or something. So we weren't getting commits throughout the year, but we did get commits on signing day. 6 4-stars. We actually have more 4-stars than anything else. So that's a big recruiting class. I am very proud of it. All right, boys, training is here, and it's going to be, I did not expect this. By the way, this guy that we recruited was like a 60-something overall when he got here. He's an 89 now. It is, we definitely have the talent next year to be good again. So that's the goal. All right, boys, that will do it for year number 5 or 4, 5, 5. Year number 5. I think that next year might be my last year, and seeing how we do. The goal would be like 9, 10 wins, hopefully. But we've done a great job rebuilding Arkansas. We are preseason number 8 for next year, so we will just have to see. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to like and subscribe. Don't forget to turn notifications on, and then comment down below what your thoughts are of the top 100 players for the new game. I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.